3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 movies with broken physics.
It's a hell of a mess.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, listen, I don't like it any more than you do.
For this list, we'll be looking at films that ignored the laws of science for the sake of the plot. Can you think of any films with broken physics? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. The A-Team. In the A-Team, our heroes survive a mid-air plane explosion by parachuting out of the wreck in a tank. They land safely by repeatedly firing tank rounds downwards into a lake to slow their fall.
You trying to shoot down that other drone?
No, they're trying to fly that tank.
Unfortunately for the A-Team, the firing force of a single tank round isn't greater than the force of a tank falling at high speeds. They would have needed to fire around 90 rounds of ammunition to land safely. But the model tank they used typically holds 30 rounds.
Fire everything! Come on, baby!
Since we don't see them reload often enough, it doesn't appear the team fired enough ammunition to slow themselves down for a soft landing. If the A-Team obeyed the laws of physics, this mid-movie tank stunt would have been the film's real ending.
Excuse me! Which way to Berlin?
Asking for directions to Berlin.
That's impossible.
Number 9. Transporter 2.
Hands up! Stop moving or I will shoot you.
Don't you have homework to do? Why don't you go and do it?
A typical day for Frank Martin consists of driving fast cars, beating up goons, and insulting the laws of physics. When a bomb is strapped to the underside of his Audi, he launches his vehicle off a ramp, spins it upside down, and knocks the bomb off on the first try. But his most implausible stunt was a jump between two buildings. While running from the police, Martin drives his car through a concrete barrier and launches himself to an adjacent building without damaging his car. The impact from the barrier would have slowed him down so much that the newly wrecked car would have plunged towards the ground. Martin may be a good driver, but even he's not good enough to defy the laws of physics.
Not bad.
Did your mother ever teach you to say thank you?
Number 8. Fast and Furious 6. After so many Fast and Furious films, franchise fans have accepted that our heroes can accomplish impossible feats with their cars.
You be careful.
This is who we are.
But Fast and Furious 6 featured a scene so ridiculous that in interviews, even the movie's writer Chris Morgan has admitted it wasn't realistic. At the film's climax, our heroes race to rescue Mia Toretto from a speeding plane. The heroes spend around 13 minutes trying to keep up. According to the analysis of BBC's Ben Carter, who puts their average speed at 120 miles, that means the runway would have to be around 26 miles long. Since the world's longest runway is 3.5 miles long, the film's climax is definitely a stretch. Number 7. Superman.
Bad vibrations?
Henry Cavill's Superman was criticized for the collateral damage he caused while fighting Zod. But science makes it clear that Christopher Reeve's version of the character was even more reckless. When Lois dies in an earthquake, Superman goes back in time to save her. He flies around the world so fast that the Earth spins backwards and reverses time. If Superman flew fast enough to alter the world's rotation, he would generate extremely powerful winds. These gusts could be strong enough to topple buildings, create dangerous weather conditions, and jeopardize the innocent lives of people around the globe. Audiences may accept that Superman can defy science and accomplish this feat, but are they okay with all the damage his time-traveling stunt would cause?
Hi. Don't bother, I think it's dead.
Sure it's dead.
Number 6. Mission to Mars. The saddest scene in Mission to Mars was arguably its most inaccurate.
Hey, listen, I don't like it any more than you do.
When an astronaut named Woody is separated from his wife Terry in the vacuum of space, she uses exactly half of her jetpack fuel to accelerate towards him.
Terry, no! Terry, come back. You'll never make it.
Terry, what are you doing?
I'll tell you what I'm not doing, Woody. I'm not gonna watch you die.
Unfortunately, she doesn't get close enough.
I can't let you die, I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
Woody removes his helmet and instantly freezes to death so Terry wouldn't use her remaining fuel to rescue him. But as astronomer Phil Plait has pointed out, since there's no friction in space slowing her down, she would have had to fire an equal amount of fuel to stop. This means her jetpack would have been empty when she stopped. To add insult to injury, Woody would have suffocated before he froze.
Please, Terry. Come back.
When you apply real science to Mission to Mars, the story becomes more tragic and impossible. Number 5. Total Recall. By the end of Total Recall, corrupt Mars governor Velos Cohagen has one goal. He wants to prevent hero Douglas Quaid from turning on a reactor that will produce constant oxygen for the people of Mars.
Once the reaction starts, it'll spread to all the turbinium in the planet. Mars will go into global meltdown. That's why the aliens never turned it on.
It turns out he had a good reason. While Earth's air is 78% nitrogen, Mars has only 1% of nitrogen inside of its atmosphere. This element helps prevent fires from burning continuously, protects us from oxygen toxicity, and helps make the sky blue. As writer Maria Montalbano points out for Medium, if you suddenly introduced a bunch of oxygen to Mars, what you'd actually see is everyone getting sick as fires and explosions raged underneath a bland sky. So, while Cohagen isn't the nicest guy, his evil actions were secretly keeping the citizens of Mars safe the entire time.
You're nothing! You're nobody! You're a stupid dream.
Number 4. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Oh, that can't be good.
While watching Mutt swing on vines fast enough to keep up with Jeeps was absurd, Indy's fourth installment featured a more problematic scientific scene. Indy gets trapped on an atomic bomb testing site right before a nuke is detonated. He protects himself by hiding inside a refrigerator.
3, 2, 1, 0.
After the fridge is launched into the air and comes crashing down hard, Indiana rolls out and keeps adventuring. But the fridge would have actually been fatal. If Indy wasn't mortally wounded by the force of the atomic blast hitting the fridge or his hard landing, he would have been hit with a ton of radiation as soon as he opened the door. Unless Indy still had access to the Holy Grail, he wouldn't survive this adventure.
I think you recognize the gravity of your situation.
Number 3. Fast 5. Sorry, Fast and Furious fans, but we're ruining another one of the films. In Fast 5, Dom and Brian steal a vault full of $100 million in cash. They accomplish this by using 2 Dodge Chargers to tow their bounty through the streets at breakneck speeds.
You guys have every corrupt cop in Rio on your tail. You guys have to move fast.
If the vault they stole was full of millions in cash, it would weigh around 15 tons.
Guys, I'm hearing all this chatter. Did you just take out a bank?
Harvard physicist Dr. Randall Kelly calculated that it would take about 467 Dodge Chargers to move that heavy vault at the speeds we see in the movie. Realistically, Dom and Brian would have reached a max speed of just over 2 miles per hour. And they would have gotten away with it too, if they added about 400 members to their crew.
It's a hell of a mess.
Yeah, it is.
Number 2. The Core.
3 months, gentlemen, and we're back in the Stone Age.
It takes less than half an hour for the core to become utterly absurd to anyone with an understanding of physics. After mysterious tragedies keep occurring worldwide, a geophysicist announces that the Earth's core has stopped spinning. He goes on to say that they have a year to restart it before the magnetic field around the Earth disappears.
When that shield collapses, microwave radiation will literally cook our planet.
But according to physicist John Ortberg, if the Earth's core stopped spinning, the magnetic field would be gone in an instant. Even a group of ragtag scientists couldn't delay that phenomenon. Fortunately, scientists have theorized that the rest of the Earth's atmosphere would protect us from most of the catastrophic destruction the film depicts. Let's hope we never have to test that theory. Before our physics teachers fail our top pick, here are a few dishonorable mentions. Wanted. You can't make bullets curve with a flick of the wrist. G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra. Heavy chunks of ice shouldn't fall that fast. Too Fast, Too Furious. Brian's speedy car would have flown over the boat. Live Free or Die Hard. John McClane would have broken his legs jumping off the jet alone. Speed. If the bus miraculously jumped a huge gap, everyone would be injured.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Armageddon. Michael Bay's space thriller kicks into gear when scientists discover a Texas-sized asteroid will hit Earth in 18 days.
It's what we call a global killer. The end of mankind.
NASA quickly trains and sends oil drillers to put a nuke inside the asteroid and blow it to space dust.
Are you suggesting that we blow this thing up from the inside?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Their plan is both extremely rushed and horribly ineffective. According to research astronomer Dr. Alistair Bruce, speaking to The Eye newspaper, an asteroid as big as Texas would have been visible for months. And if the space rock was that massive, a single nuke detonated inside would barely tickle it. The explosion of one nuke would only break off smaller pieces of the asteroid that would probably collide with Earth and cause more devastation. Despite the numerous factual errors, Armageddon was a box office smash. It's almost like audiences don't even care about scientific accuracy.
Dan, we didn't see this thing coming.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.